Take 2. Take 3. Take 4. We'll get it.
Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining us for yet another episode. Today, we're going to dive deep into Mission Impossible Fallout for the 14th Rhinos and Aliens impression.
14th.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the first one we did?
It.
When did that come out?
Last year.
Okay.
September. Almost a year ago.
Damn. So 14 in a year. That's impressive. That's 1 a month almost. A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Sometimes there are better movies coming out than others.
Yeah. We have to pick our poison with which ones we talk about. Okay, but today we're talking about Mission Impossible Fallout. We're going to give
6. Mission Impossible 6.
Yes.
Also called Fallout.
Bro, you didn't know the subtitle was Fallout, or you forgot.
I did. I just forgot. There's a difference.
Okay.
It's just when you say Fallout, my head immediately goes to the game.
Yeah,
you gotta say Mission Impossible Fallout or Mission Impossible 6, and I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I got you. I respect that. Like we've been doing for the past couple impressions, we're going to do a non-spoiler section.
Non-spoiler. And
then quickly go into the spoilers, talking about the plot and stuff like that. What makes sense, what doesn't. Most of this, spot on, incredible.
Most of it.
You had a couple pet peeves, right?
I did, and I don't remember them. When did this movie come out? When did we watch it? I feel like it's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and it's been out for a month now. I believe it's in its 4th weekend.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me what my pet peeves were about this, and hopefully it'll jog something.
Well, hopefully when we go through the plot...
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out.
Because honestly, bro, I had to write the plot down because if I did not... Because I saw it a second time, right? Mm-hmm. And the second time I went with my mom, it was about 2.5 weeks. When did we... I don't think it was 2 weeks ago, bro.
I think we watched it like when it first came out. Like a couple of days after it came out.
On the Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw it with my mom
probably like 4 weeks ago?
Yes.
See? That would make more sense as to why I don't remember.
Yeah, because I saw it 2 weeks ago with my mom, and I specifically went just so I could write it down, because by the time I went to see it with my mom, I didn't remember anything.
Okay.
Which has nothing to do with the film. It's just a lot of crap's going on with us. Okay, but let's first talk about the cast, which I think made this film.
Okay.
Do you disagree with that?
No, I'm questioning something right now. I'll ask you about it later.
Later on, like off top?
No, later on, like when we get to the spoilers.
Okay. So the cast includes Tom Cruise, obviously, Rebecca Ferguson, who's coming back from Rogue Nation.
Who's that?
She plays her. I don't want to fuck up the name.
Ilsa?
Yeah, Ilsa.
And who's that? That's the one who helps him, right?
Yeah, the British intelligence.
Okay. I don't know the names, bro.
Okay, and then we have Simon Pegg, who's coming back.
I know who that is.
Who is he?
Huh? He's the British guy.
But which character?
He's the only British guy on the team, isn't he? Oh, technically they're all British. They're all from MI6, right?
No, they're American.
Are they?
IMF is an American group.
IMF is an American group.
Yeah.
Is one of the movies specifically take place in like Britain?
Yeah, that's Rogue Nation.
Okay, that's probably why I'm getting that.
Because that's the villain, and Rebecca Ferguson came from the MI6.
That's probably where I'm going with that. Simon Pegg's the he got like blondish hair, I guess. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Benji.
Benji, but he's also the one from Hot Fuzz and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also Star Trek.
Star Trek, yeah.
Okay. We got Sean Harris, who is the British villain.
Is.
He plays.
Hold on. Hold on. So that's the main villain?
No. Wait, who are we counting as the main villain? Because I'm not going to put that...
Oh, okay. Well, not that villain. The other villain.
Yes.
The older guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the dark, cryptic dude.
He does not look like a Sean, so I was just kind of thrown back by that.
Bro, that doesn't look like a British name either. Sean Harris? I don't know. I feel like that's more American than British now.
Sean? Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Only reason I go Sean for British is because Sean Connery.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the only reason, though. Without him, I wouldn't make that connection.
Okay. And then we got who's the next person, bro?
Ving Rhames. I do know who that is.
That's obviously the Luther.
Big black guy.
Yeah. We got Vanessa Kirby.
Okay, that is...
The blonde, who's White Widow.
Say that again?
White Widow. I was saying Black Widow because I was thinking about Avengers, but she's White Widow.
Well, you wrote.
Oh,
I'm not gonna. Because when I read that, I was like, well, maybe they got the same name. But who's that? Oh, wait. The one girl, right?
yeah, the badass.
Yeah. The one who was singing.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got you. Put it together.
I believe she's also from a couple Netflix shows.
She might be.
From The Crown or something like that.
I never watched it, but
Okay.
that is a Netflix show. Can confirm.
Okay, good. We got Michelle Monaghan.
Okay. Who's that?
That's the wife from Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, okay. I know who that is.
We got Alec Baldwin, who plays the new IMF president, leader, whatever you want, chairman. What's the head of like an agency like that?
I don't know.
We're off to a great start. Yeah, boss. So
There you go. IMF boss.
We got Angela Bassett, who is playing.
Now I know the name. Give me a picture of her.
She's the CIA boss.
Oh, the black lady.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Who was like in Green Lantern and all these other films.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how old she is?
She's old. She's up there.
She's in her 60s.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But I know because she's been in a movie since way back.
Does she look that old to you though?
She doesn't look that old. I only know that because she's been in so many movies.
I did not know. I thought like late 40s, early 50s max. And then we got Wes Bentley, who... Oh, he plays the husband of Michelle.
Who is
the doctor.
wife, technically.
No, Ethan's ex-wife.
Did they ever really get divorced, though?
Yeah. Yeah, they did, bro.
Did they? Legally? Are they divorced? Probably after, like, she faked her death or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, they never... even Ethan really didn't... Did he fake his death, too?
I thought he faked his death in Rogue Nation.
That's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
Technically, with them both dead, does that abolish their marriage, though? If you think about it?
We're getting into legal... Well, in the film, don't they say he's technically... They're still technically married, but in actuality, they're not?
They're married, but separated.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure their marriage was still going. Okay, now that we know who everyone is. Though.
Oh, and then Henry Cavill, who plays August Walker.
Superman.
Yeah, Superman.
Okay.
Yeah. He plays August Walker.
Who's that?
Wes Bentley.
You just told me.
Yes. Okay.
I don't remember hearing that
After
name.
going through that, guys, we just wanted to point out that this is a stacked cast.
Stacked. STA.
Would you agree with that?
ED. Yeah, why not?
I think it's stacked.
I mean, that's the pretty big cast. Some pretty big names in there.
And I think when we look back a couple years from now, some of those names are going to be even bigger.
I don't think so.
Well, Wes Bentley is low-key been in a lot of films. He's been in...
Low-key in a lot of films means he's still low-key, bro. I need high-key. Henry Cavill. That's the big name right there.
Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Rebecca Ferguson, okay? With a whole bunch of side characters. Because Rebecca Ferguson has been in a lot of films ever since Rogue Nation.
Name one film.
The Snowman.
That movie, never saw it. I actually wanted to see it. It's got the one dude in it too, right? Guy who plays Magneto.
Yeah, what's his name? Fassbender. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Like I put things together.
But she was also in The Girl on the Train. She played the wife.
In the Train.
Yeah, she played the wife of the husband.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah. It's just she dyed her hair blonde, I think.
Barely recognized her.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
I preferred Gone Girl.
I've never seen Gone Girl.
With Ben Affleck?
Yeah, never seen it.
Oh, come on, bro.
Tell me what happens.
Getting back to Mission
I
Impossible.
just need to know, did he take his wife? Was he the culprit?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
No, he was not. Mission Impossible Fallout, the cast, I think this is the best cast overall.
Okay.
With the second best acting behind the previous film. I thought the last film, Rogue Nation, was more dramatic.
I agree. I liked Rogue Nation a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but I liked it more. But I barely remember it. For real. Like, I remember really liking it, but I don't remember really what happened. Bro. I have one scene of the movie stuck in my head, and that's it.
Which
that's
scene?
When he shoots the girl.
I thought you were going to say the motorcycle scene where they're going, like, curving on the highway. Do you remember that?
Nope.
Bro, I don't remember anything from Rogue Nation besides
I'm telling you, the one scene when he was in the music shop and they had all the vinyls, and the girl got shot, remember?
Oh, wasn't that the beginning?
Yeah, it probably was. And Tom Cruise like took out a vengeance for it or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what happens in the movie. I really don't. I gotta rewatch it.
Okay, so maybe this isn't the best judgment here, but
it was. I remember the strict feeling that I liked it. It was really good.
Coming out of the theater.
Yeah.
Okay, so your experience was better coming out of that theater than this theater.
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I don't know. I don't remember the movie. I can't say what I liked more about
Okay, well, let's point out some key things. We wanted to talk about the action versus the story. This is without a doubt the most action-packed Mission Impossible film to date.
To date.
I don't think it's even close.
Okay.
Because from start to finish, as we're going to get into the plot, from the moment the film opens up, there's something going on. And then all the way to the end.
Okay.
And be it the bathroom scene, be it the multiple chase scenes, be it the ending, I think those are like up on the top for most consistent action-packed Mission Impossible scenes.
Okay.
How you feel about that?
I can agree.
Okay. The story is not bad because it aids the action scenes and it perfectly flows in and out. My only problem with it, compared to the last 2 and even 3 films, it is the least focused or the least memorable since Mission Impossible 2.
Mission Impossible 2 is which one?
Mission Impossible 2 is the one with the one black actress from Westworld, and like there's like they keep switching their faces.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Okay, that's the second one?
Yes.
I thought that was the third one.
No, Mission Impossible 3 is with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, I remember that one. Isn't that the one where they started switching faces?
No, it was the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, technically, it was the first one. And
That's right.
It was like nonstop in the second one.
Okay. And then, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, though, because the story was there, but it kind of just felt like...
In the background.
Yeah, but not only that, it just felt like an extension of Rogue Nation, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My only problem... Yeah. But my only problem... I felt like at the end of Rogue Nation was leading to a darker installment, and for me, this felt much lighter in tone. Like, yeah, it had like the film starts off acting like this is going to be a dark film, but from after the
I know what you're talking about. Okay,
yes, after that scene, it gets very lighthearted, which is not a bad thing. It's just
I understand. Well, like I said, it's like at the end of Rogue Nation, I don't remember it being like. What happens at the end of Rogue Nation?
That's when Rebecca Ferguson gets captured. He goes after her, and then they capture the British
guy.
Yes.
The villain.
Yes.
Okay, so
Solomon.
Yeah. My thing is like I don't like. So I knew he was gonna come back into play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously because they're saying this is the last Mission Impossible.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. I still didn't expect to see it like. So soon, you know what I'm saying?
You mean
like they just caught him? Okay, cool, and then the next movie's like he's already back.
Oh yeah, you thought they were going to take more like a Dark Knight Rises approach, where like years pass by?
Either years or I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me. I just didn't.
Oh, so you're saying it feels like it's like the story feels like a direct connection in the sense it feels like this film takes up where the last one. Left.
Yeah, like almost exactly. Like you can watch them back to back and not be none the wiser.
Yeah.
So like it could be one movie. It'd be one long ass movie, but it could be one movie.
Yeah. This feels like almost an epilogue, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Story wise.
Yeah. It just feels like an add-on to me.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Very long add-on, but an add-on nonetheless.
Yeah.
Which makes me sad because it's like for the final movie, you got to go big.
And especially, do you remember the trailers? How dark and cryptic the trailers were?
Not really, no.
How like the very first trailer, like they kept emphasizing Henry Cavill saying, when your country turned.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts.
I know. And I feel like that scene in the movie did not give the same
Effect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it was actually implemented. I'm like, this is how they used that scene?
I know. I know.
Okay, so we just want to say the story is not bad. It's just, it never feels like it's its own film. That's what
Yeah.
It just feels like an extension of...
Yeah, because like if you think about it, if you take away Rogue Nation, it's like, what would this movie be?
It can't live on its own,
Exactly.
unlike the previous Mission Impossible films.
That's probably why it feels off to me.
No, you said it perfectly. Because every single Mission Impossible film up until that point, you don't have to see the other ones
To understand what's going on.
and for the story to really hit you.
Yeah.
With this one,
exactly.
you need to see at least the previous film to understand what's going on.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And the film takes place over a couple days too.
Yeah, it's real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I said you could really watch them back to back, and you would be
No, it's almost like a TV shows type of
Exactly.
thing.
just super long.
Yeah, and then the last thing we want to emphasize, the few special effects and all the practical effects. And what we mean by this is that I think every single scene was shot on location. It at least looked like it. Mm-hmm. All the chase scenes were actually in Paris. Mm-hmm. The scene in Kashmir was, from what I know of Kashmir, it was actually in Kashmir. That's the country right between.
I gotcha.
Yes. So I just want to say bravo. When I was watching the motorcycle scenes, bro, I was stunned that was freaking Tom Cruise and
Why? He's a good driver.
Bro. You that didn't that didn't make you feel some type of way?
Not really.
Okay. Well, you don't notice stuff like that anyways.
It's very true.
Okay, so if you're a person who actually notices the difference between CGI and practical effects on location, off location, I think you will truly and genuinely appreciate this film because everything from the car chases to the motorcycle chases to the helicopter scene to the freaking rooftop scenes, it looked as real as it could get.
They always look the same to me. It's a terrible thing. You know why? Because my main focus is on the actor. I don't notice the background.
That's not a bad or... It's just the person I am, bro. You know how I'm so OCD and
shit.
shit.
Helps me enjoy the movie, though. I don't have to worry about anything.
No, that's good.
The only time I notice it is when it's really, really bad.
Yeah. But that's normally the sign of like when something is really good, you never not notice it.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it's like for me to notice it, it's gotta be bad.
Yes.
It's gotta be very bad. I was watching Constantine yesterday. It was bad.
Bro, a lot of films don't age well.
Yeah.
That's what... But Avatar still looks phenomenal.
When did that come out? Like 08?
9.
Oh, 09? Okay.
It's about to be a decade. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now getting to spoilers. So,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
We're going to go from start to finish. So,
start to finish.
Before we do that, just quick thoughts, rating, or however you want to summarize it. How should these people feel about this film? Should they go see it? Yes, no, whatever.
Go see it. But go see maybe Rogue Nation first.
If you haven't seen it already, that should be to fully enjoy this film, both from a action perspective and story basis.
I would also recommend watching 3.
And if we're being technical, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So watch the last
3.
3.
Yeah, the first 2 you honestly
you can do them all in succession. You'll be fine.
Okay, bro. Do you want to start this off with the opening scene, bro? Do you remember the opening scene?
Yeah.
Do you remember the opening
scene? It opens up, and there's... I don't even need this, but let me look at it real quick.
This is where Ethan Hunt...
Oh, that's right. Okay,
yeah.
So let me tell you. Let me paint you a picture. Do you know his wife, Frances, from previous movies?
Yeah, she was the main actress in Mission Impossible 3, and she had a small cameo in 4 at the very end.
Okay, so
Do you even remember the cameo?
No.
Okay.
So you'll tell them about it later.
Okay.
So basically, Ethan is on this, let's say a dock, right? More or less.
You know what it looked like? It looked like it was some place in Kashmir.
Yeah, but it was like a lake. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
A lake with a dock, and he's getting remarried. They were like doing vows or something.
They were getting married. I don't know if this was a redo or like a complete.
They were getting married regardless, and
some foreshadowing.
some foreshadowing.
Occurred.
Solomon
Yes.
was the priest giving them.
Holy yeah. And he went from the actual vows to some cryptic.
Yeah, to some weird cryptic shit. I don't remember what he was saying though.
It was just like
It was like it was like the something will be on your hands or something like that.
it was when he was saying his vows, right, to her. It was like, will you always be by his side even when he something messes up?
Mm-hmm. And then
In the background.
In the background, was it like an explosion?
A nuclear.
It was a boom.
Yeah,
and
nuclear
then
bomb.
Everyone's body basically disintegrates.
Which I like that effect because
It was pretty cool.
the sound wave goes by and then a second later everybody goes to sand.
And then what happens next?
And then that quickly turns into Ethan Hunt getting a message saying that blah 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 nuclear weapons have been made in 3 plutonium. Oh, bro, damn, you say it.
You forgot to tell him it was a dream, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, but don't worry, it was a dream. And then he wakes up and everything happened at Francis.
I'm so tired, bro.
I understand. But then
That's what I was like, bro. What are you talking? That's a shitty lead-in.
You went right into like then Ethan gets this mission, and I'm just like, he's dead. He's dead. He ain't getting no mission. You ruined the movie. We said spoiler alert. It won't matter.
Yes, guys. He the whole point is you think he's dead and it's a dream because he wakes up from a sweaty as hell, and then that's when in every Mission Impossible film fashion he gets a message. Will you accept this mission?
Yeah. Okay. So then the mission that they get was to not to purchase, but to intercept.
But they had to purchase them to intercept
but
them.
that wasn't the mission specific, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Their mission was to get.
Well,
the
this is a
cores
guide.
at
You butthole.
Yeah, I know. Their mission was to get the three plutonium cores
That's like a GIF right there, bro.
because they realized somebody's trying to make nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
So they're missing 3 cores in some place that I don't remember. And their mission is to find the cores and get the cores so they can't make the weapons. And their plan was to buy the cores off of some black market.
Some British black market guy.
And that goes south.
Because the secret organization, not
The remainders of what was the organization called? My man Solomon was the head of it.
the syndicate.
Syndicate,
The
there you
remainder
go.
of the syndicate turned into.
I can't remember what they're called either.
I wrote everything down but that.
The bad guys. Damn, what are they called? Look it up. I'll look it up. I gotta find out what they're called.
It starts with. Oh my god. What?
The Apostles. I got it. That's what they're called.
The Apostles.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Where were we at?
We're finishing 2, about to go on 3.
Okay.
So basically, it goes south. They end up getting the cores. Yet, this is when Luther's character is held at gunpoint. And for some reason, instead of putting the cores in the car and locking the car,
They threw it away.
yes,
They just
Ethan just tossed it.
yeah.
And then Benji, for some reason, instead of going to the core, he helps Ethan.
Yeah, as like Ethan shot. Ethan shot
Luther.
He shot Luther. He knew he was wearing a vest, so he shot Luther. Then he shot the other guys. They started to run away, and instead of Benji going to grab the plutonium cores, he goes with Ethan to see if Luther.
Even though
Luther's
everybody was
alright.
running away.
Yeah, exactly. Like the 3 people who you knew was there were running away. So it was okay, that was a mistake.
That was my biggest issue with the plot, because take away that situation, the rest of it can't happen.
It would have planned out.
Yeah.
Panned out.
Okay. This and then once that happens, once they realize they lost the plutonium, they go into the scene cuts, and then we get a news situation, which
Oh, that's right.
I honestly believed.
I did not. I did until I didn't.
Okay, so why don't you describe it? Because I think you have a better perspective of it. Because the entire time I was like, "Holy shit!" They actually set off the bombs.
The scientist who made the nuclear weapons.
I believe the Russian scientist.
Yeah, he made the nuclear weapons, and he woke up in a bed.
It looked like a jail bed, too.
Yeah, they were playing the news, and it was telling that the bombs went off, or 2 bombs went off, right? It wasn't all 3.
It was all 3.
Was it all 3?
Simultaneously, it was in Mecca, it was in Rome, and it was
Jerusalem.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, so all 3 bombs went off, and, he was going on spouting his manifesto, right?
Yes.
And what did they want from him, though? I can't remember. Did they just want
because they had his phone, but they needed his password to get into his phone so they could get all the information about the bombs and their locations.
Well, the bombs already went off. Remember? So I was like, what was
So it wasn't locations, it was the designs for the bombs.
I don't remember.
Because okay, what they really wanted, they wanted the designs for the bombs, but I don't know how they explained it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because they needed the location of the rest of the group. You remember?
The apostles?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So they needed to find out where the rest of the apostles were, so they needed his I guess, like his
password.
His password, whatever, to get into his phone.
But in reality, they actually wanted the designs for the bombs, since the bombs...
Yeah, never went off.
Yes.
Big news. But, so basically, he gets them to, obviously, it's fake news. They had it all planned out, obviously, like they do. They trick us a lot. And they do. Their whole faces being not their faces, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, that's
They
what
like
you
to
meant. I
trick
thought you were
people.
going with the fake news.
They like to trick us. So basically, the guy gets played because he thought he woke up 2 weeks later, but really it was like hours ago, right?
Yeah, it was like 2 hours.
Yeah, so they find out where, not where the bombs are, right? What do they find out?
They got the designs and they found out where the... I believe where the cores are being sold or something like that.
I don't remember what happens next after that scene.
Because that's when they cut into they're getting on the plane because they know the cores are being sold in Paris. Because that's where what's the villain? That's where John Lark is going to be. Remember?
Okay. Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah.
they get into his phone and the person they find information on is
Was John Lark.
That's right.
And they find out that he's trying to purchase the cores because he's the one who created the new syndicate group.
Yes.
The Apostle.
Yes. He created the apostles. God damn, this whole thing's confusing. And I have to rewatch this movie.
But bro, most of the plot is within the first 20 minutes, and then there's nothing much after that.
Yeah, pretty much. So John Lark is the next. Okay, so then they go to apprehend John Lark.
Yeah, in Paris.
This is also where they meet, or a little bit before.
This is where they introduce August Walker and then Angela Bassett's character.
Yes. So August Walker is Henry Cavill, or something?
Yes, yeah.
And he's obviously been sent there to watch over them,
And
but more importantly, he's there to grab the plutonium
To make
at any cost.
Yeah, because the IMF are considered now like complete and total fuck ups.
Yes.
Yeah. And they emphasize he's the hammer while Tom Cruise is the
Precision.
Yes.
He's the precision instrument.
the scalpel.
Yeah. And then
This is where we get our first big action scene of the film.
yeah. Well, first, what happens is they take a plane.
Yeah.
They take the plane over to Paris, right?
Yeah.
And then they jump out the plane.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what I thought. I thought that was a great action scene. That was actually Tom Cruise jumping out of freaking.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Henry Cavill's character was acting like a tough guy.
Major dick.
He's the reason why the plane almost fucked up.
Yeah. So basically what happened was they jumped from such high where they needed oxygen.
Yeah.
Otherwise they would black out.
Yeah.
And
well, first off, he forgot to turn the oxygen on. So if it wasn't for Ethan,
he would have. Yeah, he was fogging all up.
Yeah.
But then when they jumped, something else happened.
No,
Didn't they collide?
he said he didn't want Tom Cruise, Ethan's character.
Oh, the
thunderstorm.
weather, yeah, lightning storm, whatever one.
And then the moment he jumps out, August Walker gets hit with lightning. So his oxygen tank is no longer, it's like messed up or something.
Yeah.
And then Tom Cruise has to get to him. Then he has to change oxygen. And then last second he gets his what is it called? Air bag. Parachute, man.
Go home.
He gets his parachute. Last second it hits the tip of the building. And he
got lucky.
Yo,
would have shattered his legs.
Bro, my back would have been killing me after that, though.
Probably. My man. And then Henry Cavill had the balls to say, "Oh, where's your oxygen tank? Bitch, you wearing it?"
Yo, bro, do you honestly think he did not know, or he was just being a dickhead in that situation?
I assume that because he basically is a dickhead. But like, I assume because he blacked out, that once he regained consciousness, he just figured he did everything right. You know what I'm saying? He probably just he's like, oh, I blacked out for a second there. He probably thinks he only blacked out for a second, but he's like, I landed just fine, so obviously everything went all right. So he just went with it.
Yo, that scene made me really dislike. I think that scene was there the entire time. I feel like they're making you dislike this character, even though the trailers, in my opinion, were making him feel like the second hero.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this leads to what Jordan was hinting at earlier with the bathroom scene.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, this scene was a thing of beauty.
It was nice. It was good.
Where do you think that that ranks for you?
What do you mean?
Just like action scenes, like in terms of fist to fist combat.
I don't really have a lot of favorites. I don't really rate them, bro.
Okay, was it memorable to you?
I mean, it was pretty good.
Okay,
I remember the scene.
Okay, so describe the scene.
Okay, so basically they're hunting down John Lark. The only way they can hunt him down is through his bracelet ID.
Yes, yeah. Which they also got from the phone.
Yeah, they got a radar on their phone where they can track him. So they track him to the bathroom.
Of course, it has to be an Asian.
Well, so they track him and they start fighting him. And my man John Lark could fight. He whooped their ass. He did. And then Henry Cavill ended up hitting him with a computer. He did. He smacked his ass. He broke the computer.
Bro, I think he did that on purpose.
Probably. Oh yeah, because they couldn't.
No, but he did that on purpose.
What do you mean?
Because we're gonna get to it to the future.
He smacked the computer. Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But he smacked him with the computer, and then he was knocked out. They put him in the stall, and they were trying.
There was a funny scene where because there's 6 feet in the bathroom stall, and then two gay couples came in and was trying to get in.
Yeah, nasty motherfucker.
Yo, could you imagine 5 dicks?
No.
No. Oh shit, no. It would have been 7 dicks.
Too much dick. That's how much it would have been.
Okay, but that was a nice scene, and then the moment they dip, this is when John Lark comes back to his sense.
He's regains consciousness.
Yes.
And then he starts fighting them again.
And this is where
he's smacking them around.
He actually gets Henry Cavill's character to the floor.
Yeah, and he was fucking up Ethan too.
Yeah,
it was
until Ethan freaking spares him.
Yeah, and then what happens though? Something happens where
because he pulls out, he gets the John Lark gets the gun, and then John Lark is slowly moving the gun towards Ethan's head,
yep.
And then all of a sudden he gets shot.
Yeah,
who does he get shot by?
Superman.
No, he gets shot by Elsa.
I tried.
And this is where they reintroduce.
Not Elsa, bro. It's Ilsa.
Ilsa.
Pronounce it right.
Ilsa, and they reintroduce her character. And how did you feel about that scene?
Yeah, it was alright. I didn't like. I don't know. I was like, okay, she's there for whatever reason. Cool.
I think that was hinting she cares. She likes Ethan.
Yeah, she's just gonna let Ethan die.
She could have.
Yeah, but why would she?
Bro, you think that had nothing to do with it?
Of course it had something to do with it, but I'm saying, at this point in the movie, why would she?
As the later... events.
Yeah, later even. But right now, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, they have.
Are you saying this because of the past film?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like, oh, she has a past with him. She's gonna save his life. She's not just gonna let him die.
Okay.
But then later you find out, you know. But we'll get to that.
Okay. Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, that's why I had no question, and I was like, all right.
Ilsa.
I
I just don't like the way it looks, bro.
Well, you're the one who typed it out.
That's how it looks.
I know, you should have hand wrote it. Would have looked better.
Okay, then this scene leads to Ethan finally meeting the White Widow.
The what? The what?
The White Widow. And
oh wait, who is the White Widow?
The White Widow is played by.
Yeah, but who is she in the movie?
I don't know her actual name.
No, who is she? What does she do?
Oh, she's a. What was the specific thing she said? Because she
did say something. What did she say?
She's like a broker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She's like, yeah, she's a broker. She's the middleman.
Yes, so it's technically what she does is not illegal. She helps
people. Yeah, she basically gives people advice.
Yes.
She like helps them find what they're looking for.
Yes.
Is pretty much what she does, and she gets paid well for it. That's it.
Yeah. And then later on, we find out why she's never been busted, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
The best part about this scene is actually where Ethan flips around his, because I feel like she was suspect. He's too good looking, from what she says.
Okay.
You know,
suspect.
I feel like the White Widow was suspect that he was actually John Lark.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he flips the situation around to where he knows assassins are coming after him because they believe he's John Lark.
Yeah, and he says he's coming after her.
Her, yes. And then I feel like this was a situation that got him really close because I feel like she was very impressed by protecting her, you know?
I remember not one of my pet peeves with the movie.
What was your pet? Okay, what is it?
It was when they were fighting John Lark. It was like this whole big scene, and it took forever, and they got whooped, right?
Yeah.
And then what the scene coming up was where the assassins come after them.
Yeah, there was 5,
There
right?
was like 5 or 6, and they took them out like it was nothing, bro. Fucking Henry Cavill one-punched some dude, knocked him out. All right? Fucking Ethan took out like 3-4 people with a knife.
Well, yeah, quick knife.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like they took him out like they were nothing. But my man was fighting John Lark, and it was fucking the hardest thing in the world. That was one of my pet peeves about this. And with John Lark, it was 2-on-1. With the assassins, it was like 6-on-2, and literally
technically 3 because Rebecca takes one dude out.
She does.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's still like she didn't come until later after they already took out 5 guys.
Yeah.
So it's like
you're talking about the scene where the guy's coming down the stairs and then August Walker just punches him right in the.
He like aims his gun and he just down, and I'm like, all right, why couldn't you do that where my man John Lark? Shit didn't make no sense to me. But that's a small thing.
No, you know what I'm now thinking though, as we'll get to later, it does make sense why Henry Cavill was getting his ass whooped.
Does it?
Because he was fighting John Lark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It hits you when we get back to it. Just wait.
I don't want to wait. I want to know.
Okay, now moving on. There is, I believe, a very good scene where Walker. Oh yeah, the very next scene is actually where Walker meets up with Sloane, who is played by Angela Bassett in Paris, and this is where he gives the speech that's from the trailer saying, "What happens when a country betrays you so many times?
Yeah,
a man's gonna break." Now, the key thing about this scene, though, he tries to spin it where Ethan Hunt is actually
John Lark.
And he spins it by saying, we got John Lark's phone, or we got the supposed John Lark's phone, and he gives it to Angela Bassett. The key thing is, though, in the bathroom scene, the phone is broken. Mm-hmm. Yet
he gives her a crystal clear phone. This is when I knew. He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
I felt it in my bones. He's a fucking liar.
And since we're emphasizing he's the bad guy, this is why it makes sense. Of course he's going to get his ass whipped because he hired him.
No, he didn't. Remember? You don't remember?
What? Don't remember what?
Cut this out, bro, because we got to talk. We got to talk man to man, Francis.
Okay.
You don't have to cut it out, but I just need to know. I thought that MI6, remember, was hired John Lark.
No.
Bruh, I could have swore because the girl was there, remember? She knew John Lark, didn't she?
No.
Bruh, she was watching over him.
No.
Then why was the girl there?
That's the whole conversation. That's what I was saying. She saved Ethan because she cared.
Why was she there, though? Didn't she say she was, like, she was with John Lark?
She was there because she needed John Lark to get Solomon Lane. Because you remember she betrayed the MI6 for Solomon Lane, and then she went back. But
she has to prove to MI6. Yeah, I know.
So in order to prove, she had to get Solomon Lane. She couldn't care less about John Lark. That's why she shot John Lark.
That's why she created John Lark. Bro, I gotta figure this out, bro. We're gonna figure this out. Bro.
August Walker created John Lark.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Don't worry, bro. I'll look this up.
I'm keeping it in.
Go right ahead.
That was intense.
I don't believe it, bro. Versky, I don't know if I'm gonna find it. That's why I said keep talking. Here, we'll talk together. Don't worry about it. You know what I also realized? We never introduced ourselves. I realized it's about 10 minutes in, but I was like, fuck it. We're already here. So, I'll go with it. Don't worry about it. So we're talking about the White Widow, right? That's her name?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about her. Her and her brother make up this plan. They got like their own crime, more small like crime, like family, right? More or less.
Yeah.
And they devise a plan to break
Solomon out. Because in order to get the other 2 plutonium cores, they need Solomon.
Yes. And let's not forget, in order to break them out, Ethan convinces them that he's John Lark. We forgot to mention that. He steals John Lark's ID pass.
Well, I thought we hinted at that with the whole assassin thing.
What assassin thing?
How he makes her... Remember how I said she's skeptical that he is John Lark?
Yeah. We did say the assassins are going after him, and he could... Yeah.
Yeah.
But what else does he have to do? Doesn't he have to do something to prove? Like, don't they ask him... Oh, no. They just ask him to break out...
yeah. And that's...
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't want the plutonium.
No.
Or no, he wants the plutonium, and they said in order to get the plutonium, our seller wants Solomon Lane to be broken out. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
But remember, the people who have the plutonium is the syndicate or the apostles.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I'm just saying, like, why did they do that?
Because you remember they stole this is like, I'm getting so confused.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So hold on. They stole the plutonium. They offer it up to break out Solomon Lane. And then they give him. Remember, it's like, as good faith, they gave him 1 plutonium.
Yeah.
Did the apostles do the plutonium?
Yeah.
Oh. Hold up. I was putting something together in my head. Why the fuck did they break out Solomon Lane? I understand, like, they all worked for him.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand. It makes no sense why they broke him out. Oh!
Unless they were never...
Why.
They were never going to give it to them, right?
No, the apostles weren't the one who wanted to set off the nukes, remember? The apostles just wanted to get Solomon Lane out, which is why they stole the plutonium. But they just wanted Solomon Lane out. You know who really wanted the nukes was Henry Cavill.
Oh.
So in order for Henry Cavill to get the plutonium, because remember his job is also to get the plutonium for
CIA.
The CIA.
Yeah.
In order for him to get the plutonium, he had to break Solomon Lane out. Which, I mean, he was I'm not saying he was an apostle, but he used to work under him. But then he kind of took his own, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Henry Cavill became more about this huge devastation, breaking the world, I guess. And Solomon Lane came more about revenge, so he didn't really care much for the nukes. He just figured it's a way to get to Tom Cruise.
No, but the thing is, the way to break Tom Cruise was to wipe out everything that he cared about, and the only way to do that was with the nukes.
I mean, it wasn't the only way. It was just the way that was there.
I feel like
This movie's got me questioning everything now, and it's not fresh enough in my head for me to put things together.
I know, bro.
Because I remember the one scene where
the Apostle definitely take the nukes.
Yeah, because remember the one scene where I think it was Benji playing as Solomon, and remember, and he's like, I'm skipping ahead here, spoiler alert. So and he's like, he's like contact the Apostles, remember? And he's like, I can't. You know, we have no way of doing that. So it's like Henry Cavill wasn't really in league with the Apostles. He was kind of he you know what I'm saying? Because remember, he also hunted down the Apostles. Remember,
and he is still John Lark.
Yeah,
and John Lark.
Any former member of the Syndicate he killed. Remember? So it was like, because he was also, you know, hiding his identity.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so he wasn't in league with the Apostles. He needed the nukes. The Apostles just wanted, what's it called to be free? Solomon.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of puts us there. But where the hell are we?
We're at the scene where...
This is fucking confusing, yo.
Where White Widow is telling Ethan...
plan. We skipped ahead a couple parts.
Yeah, the plan in the massive mansion where...
To break out Solomon.
Yes. There's a scene where you believe this is actually the plan in motion. Yeah. But it turns out it was just a visualization of what's needed to be done in order to get
Solomon.
Yes.
So then...
And they emphasize killing cops.
Yes, they do.
And then that's when Tom Cruise said, he emphasized, why do we have to kill cops? And then that's when his disguise or...
His, John Lark persona.
Is about to break, and then he goes back to saying, I kill kids and women.
He's like, because it starts off with they mentioned that he was the cause of an outbreak of, what was it?
Some type of virus outbreak.
Small in some
which
place.
Actually was in Kashmir, which is a setup for the ending.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So yeah, and then they go to they're about to do the plan that they all set up, and Tom Cruise, what is it called? He calls an audible, pretty much.
Oh yeah, okay. So now we're getting to the actual plan. He sets an audible. He drives the truck into the...
Yeah, he straight up hits the truck that Solomon's in. Knocks it right into the lake, river, whatever you want to...
Yeah, the water.
Yeah. And then
he backs out.
Yeah.
And then this is where...
He has everyone set up to go underwater and get Solomon.
Yes. And then this leads to an awesome bike scene in the film.
Yep. Where he... once again... Well, no. It was when they were in the car. Yeah,
this is the first time.
Yeah.
The first
scene. Bike scene, basically he's chased all throughout pretty much
Paris.
And
the entire time, I'm 99% sure it's shot on location. He is driving the entire single time. Like, they emphasize like his face when he's on the bike, and you could see it full frame. Just to emphasize that.
And then he smacks a car.
Yeah.
Falls off the bike.
And he smacks the car at the scene where it looks like he was going to get off anyways.
Yeah. So kind of lucky, I guess. And he crawls towards this it looked just like a bush, like a hedge.
And it turned out it was actually a well of some type.
He jumped over the hedge and he fell down into where the river is, because I guess the river kind of
part of the sewage or not sewage, but
it was like a river that goes all throughout the city, I would assume, or whatever.
And this went under the architecture of this area.
Yeah, it was like a bridge kind of. Well, actually no, because it was like the architect of the area. It just happened to flow. It wasn't really a bridge. It just happened to go underneath. And that's where Ving Rhames, Luther, and Benji were there with Solomon in the thing.
In the boat?
Yeah. So they got Solomon. They take him to... What happens next?
To a hideout.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
No, they get in a car chase, because you remember this.
Oh, that's right. This is the car part.
This is where Ilsa starts shooting after them, but they don't know it's her because she's all leathered up and stuff.
Yeah, all in black in a motorcycle.
And then something happens where she comes out, she flips up her mask, they find out it's her, and then it's a stare down.
Over.
Yep.
Ethan hits her ass. Pow!
And then this is where they go to the hideout.
Yes. But don't forget what happened when they're done with the car chase. Remember? Or was that the
No.
beginning of the car chase? I'm thinking of the beginning of the car chase.
What part specifically?
Where they put Solomon in the car and the one policewoman saw them?
That's after this.
That's after? Okay.
Yeah, because you remember they do because they go to the hideout so they could take out the implants, the tracking implant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's where Solomon Lane gives his massive evil monologue saying everything you love is
Will
going
turn to ash and shit like that. Yeah, I remember.
And then that's when they're about to leave, and then the cop comes out. You remember because they open the thing, everybody's getting into the car, and then Solomon has his face bagged, and obviously something's fishy.
Yeah,
and it's a female police officer.
He's like, don't shoot.
Yeah. And then that's when she gets shot by
the brother, right? It was like the brother's goons or whatever.
Yeah, the brother's goons. And then this is the moment
of White Widow, the brother.
Yeah.
White Widow's brother.
And this is the moment where Ethan proves once again there's no way he could be John Lark.
Hey, he's a good guy because he saved. Well, he basically, he's like he helps her and he's like
he kills all 4 of them.
Yeah,
there's 4.
Oh yeah, he does kill all of them. That's right.
And then he goes to help her. He has her call it in, and there's that.
You know what I love though too? This was like I'm thinking about it now.
What?
Is, what after that happens, right? Somehow the brother finds them again, right? I don't remember how. That's the big problem for me. But he does find them again, and I don't think they tell us how.
No, they never. They get in contact over the phone, and he's talking to the White Widow, and the brother is mad on the side.
Yeah.
They never meet in person again.
No?
No, because you remember she says, how are we going to get the plutonium if you don't have John Lark? And then he says, oh, John Lark is... I said...
You mean, what's his name?
Yeah, Solomon.
Solomon, yeah.
Solomon is safe.
Yeah. Yeah, but then him and the brother never meet again?
I don't believe so.
But him and the White Widow do, right?
I don't believe so.
Damn, I really can't remember the movie.
Bro, what's killing me is it doesn't make sense why the Apostle would trade the freaking plutonium for...
Yeah, unless, like I said, they just didn't want the plutonium. They didn't care about it.
But that doesn't make sense because this entire film is around Solomon having a plan. Because don't forget, bro, they would have never set off the virus. Because the virus, the whole reason they set off the virus is so they could have a medical camp there. So they could set off the nukes.
Yeah, I know.
And John Lark is the one who set off the virus.
But you also have to remember... nobody really... Oh, damn, I would say nobody knows who John Lark is. They just know he's an apostle, right?
But obviously Solomon knows.
Yeah.
Because Solomon isn't tricked. He knows who is who.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
It's like watching the film, it made sense, but when you dissect it, something's not...
I don't understand.
Are we just forgetting it? Like a key piece to this?
That's what I'm saying.
This is... Maybe this story is more complicated than we gave credit to.
Oh, here we go. That's what I need. Okay. This is crazy. Because I'm not understanding half of this now. I swear to God, I gotta watch the whole movie all over again. It's like, come on now, guys. I don't want to do that. I mean, I want to do that, but I don't want to do that right now.
As he's doing that, guys, I'm going to talk about an actual sewer scene. This is an actual hideout where the whole IMF is, and after getting Solomon back to the actual hideouts, it turns out that Ethan is being...
Okay, so, right, John Lark is not with the apostles.
He's not.
No, it says it they call him... Okay, so apparently in the beginning...
So he's working by himself.
Yes.
But he's working with Solomon because Solomon is still the head of the syndicate, which is now the apostle.
Yes, they say in the beginning that their mission in the beginning was to intercept the plutonium because the plutonium was supposed to be sold to John Lark. He wanted the plutonium to create the bombs.
And he was the one working with the Russian...
Yeah. And I think the apostles intercept the plutonium because they know that... what's it called? They want it. You know what I'm saying?
The British?
Yeah, they know that the CIA, the British or whatever, they want the plutonium because obviously they can't just have it out and about. So they intercept it to trade for Solomon Kane.
No, but that's what I was saying. They intercepted it so they could trade it with the White Widow.
Yes, for Solomon Kane.
Yes.
So that makes more sense now, I guess. Because like I said, the apostles just wanted Solomon Kane free.
Which makes sense why John Lark set off the virus. So this was technically all his scheme.
John Lark's, yes.
Yes. So really, the real villain of this is John Lark. They're just bringing the apostle from the last film in.
Uh-huh. See, look, we just had to look it up a little bit. That's it.
Bro, I'm taking that back. That is... But they never emphasized that in the film, that John Lark is by... Do they?
They might, but I can't remember, like I said.
They never definitively say he's working by himself or he's working with somebody else.
Yeah,
But in that one scene, as we're about to come up to, because let's get to this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's the sewer scene. This is where the evidence that Ethan Hunt is actually John Lark, because... Yeah, so... Even though we never believed it, I guess your average audience member would say, okay, yeah, he's...
Yeah, if he was stupid. I'm calling y'all motherfuckers out. Wait, which one are we on?
The sewer scene.
Oh, sewer scene.
But we skipped the freaking Ethan and Elsa conversation. You remember where they meet each other and it's in like the forest?
Yeah, he's like, don't make me go through you.
No, she said that.
She said, don't make me go through you. He's like, bring it on, bitch.
The whole point of that scene is...
That's like at the end of the chase and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's still going after them.
Yeah. But this is the scene where you find out that she's working for MI6. You find out that she shot John Lark because... She needed John Lark, but she would rather kill John Lark and keep Ethan.
That's right. Why did she need John Lark again? Because she was going to lead her to the plutonium.
No, because... Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It all makes sense.
And the police...
Took us a while to get here, but we're here, boys.
Bro, okay, just to emphasize, are we stupid or they just
don't... the movie's not fresh enough for us. That's the problem, bro. I feel like if we had watched it maybe even a week ago, we'd be good. The fact that it was almost a month ago is the problem.
But what got us was the John Lark thing, bro. They do not emphasize he's working by himself. I'm telling you.
Or do they? We gotta watch it again. You don't remember
Bro, I've seen it twice. No, I'm not buying it.
I'm just saying, bro.
Okay, now finally get into the sewer scene, bro. You go, because my head's scrambled.
Sewer scene. Okay, simple, right?
We already talked about how Ethan Hunt is supposedly John Lark. And then this is when they knock out the boss. You remember they inject him with that sleeper stuff. You remember when Ethan said, "I'm sorry, I have to do this," and then.
Oh yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So they're kind of like in their hideout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're in their hideout, and they what do they do?
They come up with a plan that's off camera that we don't know of.
That's right. But so they have Solomon
in a cage.
They don't have the plutonium, right?
No. And then Henry Cavill is still with them because
yeah. And this is when
Benji suits up as Solomon.
Yes.
Yet again.
Wait, well, does that happen yet?
Yeah, because you remember after.
Well, let's not forget because when they're also in the scene, their boss comes in and he lets them know that they have evidence against Ethan that he is.
I just said this.
Yeah. But you also did not say the part where
Ethan knocks him out with the sleeping thing.
Yeah. But remember, that's when they come out with the plan, right?
Yeah.
What happens after that?
We're getting to it.
But before any of this happened, wait, is this before or after? This is after. I'm thinking of a scene that I thought was before and it was after. That's why.
Okay.
That's why.
It's okay, bro. I'm laughing because
I'm like lost, bro. I'm like, what the fuck,
bro? We were doing so good until we got to
John Lark. Once he gets introduced, everything goes out the fucking window.
No, I mean, bro, if we watch this video again, watch. We were on fire, and then the moment we bring up John Lark, wait, who is he working for?
Yeah, it's like, what's his object? I mean, like, we know who he is, but you also have to understand, there's who he is and who he isn't, and then there's who somebody is playing to be him. So it's like, which John Lark are we talking about?
And then throw in the Ethan Hunt could be John Lark.
Exactly.
And it's just like, yay.
So it's like, I don't understand. Okay, so they come up with a plan.
And then they show...
Why do I get lost at that part? I said that like 3 times. They come up with a plan.
Bro, I've said the sewer scene 3 times now as well.
It's because they're in the sewer. They're hideout. So basically, Benji impersonates Solomon, right?
Yes.
And he gets Henry Cavill basically.
Well, let's build it up.
Okay, build it up, Francis. I thought we were building up the last 10 minutes. Build it up, Francis.
It's made to believe that Benji is going with Tom Cruise because they want to keep Solomon in the cage.
Yeah. They're going. What are they going to do again?
To trade Solomon for the.
That's right. They're trading Solomon for the plutonium. That's right. Okay.
And they know that White Widow is actually working for the CIA now.
Yes.
Because.
Yes. They find out
from the boss that they just knocked out.
Yeah. He tells him. He's like, she's working for the CIA. She's,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then it turns out that, however, after Henry Cavill gives this massive monologue thinking he's talking to Solomon, what actually happens?
He's talking to Benji.
Yes. And if you rewatch it, the second time I noticed this, there are signs that it was Benji in terms of dialogue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's when he says, he's like, contact the apostles. He's like, I don't have no way of doing that. You know that.
Yeah.
And then Henry Cavill basically rips the mask off, finds out it's Benji. Right?
Yeah.
What happens next?
And then that's when the boss turns out he was never knocked out. He was just acting. And
then he doesn't knock out Henry Cavill?
No. He puts the pistol, and then Henry Cavill takes it. It was a blank.
Oh, that's right. He's like, and then he has like another one right there. Okay. Then does he put him in a cage?
No. They just call this. They talk it out, and they give.
That's right.
Then Henry Cavill a chance to say, "Why are you doing this?" And he says, "I'm playing a role." And then it turns out that he was lying because he says, "I don't know how Angela Bassett's character got the information," and she was on the phone.
Oh yeah, she's like, "I know."
Yeah,
and then that's when
she brings in the CIA.
Yeah, he's like, "All right, come take him." He's like, "Where do you want him?" She's like, "Oh, I'll come to you." And then she sends a squad in there,
and it turns out basically all of them were working for the apostle.
Yeah, the apostle guy. So basically, right, what I'm gathering from this is the apostles work with Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think the apostles know that he's John Lark.
Bro, why did you have to say this?
Because I need to get to the bottom of this. Because if they knew he was John Lark, wouldn't they just give him the plutonium? I think the only one who knows he's John Lark is him until.
But that doesn't make sense because when they're in the scene and she says, "I'm the only one with power," or whatever she says, he was like, "You think so?" And then he just gives the freaking "Let's go, boys."
Well, you think that was them? Actually, there's no guarantee that those were even the apostles. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, why are you?
I'm just saying they could have just been, John.
But
Lark.
this is the thing that doesn't make sense about what you said, bro. The entire film, he's basically running the apostle, but he works by himself.
I don't think he's so much running the apostles as they all collaborate together.
Let's just get through this, bro. My brain is breaking.
Okay, let's get through this. I'm hungry.
Bro, does this make sense to you now?
No. Let's go to the next scene.
Well, we need to emphasize who's killed in this scene.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That does happen. So basically, they're about to hand over my man, and he's like, "Nah, not today." And so he's got his
boys.
Yeah, his boys shooting people up. And lights turn off, and then what's it called? My man gets shot. The boss.
No. He. Oh yeah. He gets shot.
Yeah.
No, he gets stabbed, bro.
Does he get stabbed?
Yeah, because you remember he knocks Henry Cavill's gun down, and then Henry Cavill brings out the knife that they emphasized a couple scenes before, stabs him, and puts it up.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay. So he dies, and then Ethan has to get revenge.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the movie. That's it. That's how it ends.
Well, we missed this is the best part of the film in my opinion.
Which part is that?
Where he runs throughout Paris, and then the helicopter scene.
He does run throughout Paris.
It looks like there's a couple jokes. It's funny.
Yeah.
This is my pet peeve, bro. I don't know if you remember this. Like one of the first times he jumps down from a building, it's like a 10-foot jump. and he does the Assassin's Creed role, right? Mm-hmm. But then when he hits the window, you remember that, right? Like he's in the building and he has to go left and he has to jump out the window.
Yeah.
He jumps like 2 stories and falls flat. Do you remember that?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like instead of rolling, he falls flat. But that was a higher jump than the previous jump.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know the jump you're talking about. I just don't remember it.
That just bugged me.
Yeah, I can understand. So he's chasing Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah.
He chases him all the way up this tower.
Yeah.
And then
he finally gets to him.
In an elevator.
Yeah.
And he jumps onto the elevator and he tells Ethan, he's like, "Listen, stop coming after me." And then he puts.
No, he wants to shoot him first.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know why he doesn't?
Because Solomon wants him
alive.
Yeah. And wants him alive specifically to go to Kashmir.
Yeah.
This is why I'm saying something isn't making sense because they're all working together.
They're all working together yet separately. They are. No, they are because my man doesn't give a fuck about Ethan Hunt, right? He just wants the plutonium and Ethan Hunt is in his way.
And he wants the world to burn.
Yeah, that's it.
But why is he not killing Ethan Hunt if he doesn't care about
That's what I'm saying.
The apostle?
That's what I'm saying. Is like, why does he care so much about what Solomon wants? Solomon... see, this is why I say he's not working with the apostles, right? Solomon is working with the apostles.
Solomon is the head guy of the apostles.
And guess who has the plutonium? The apostles. So he can't kill him because he doesn't have the plutonium yet. You know what I'm saying? The apostles wanted him free, and they would give whoever set him free the plutonium. You understand? Now I get it. Now I remember.
But
so he sets Solomon free.
Yeah.
And he takes Solomon to the apostles where he gets the plutonium, and he's gonna set off the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
In Kashmir,
yeah.
Right? Which so happens to be where. Oh, okay. Let's go to the elevator scene right quick. So my man Tom Cruise is having on the elevator, and he's like, "Listen, I can't kill you. Solomon doesn't want it." He's like, "But stop coming after me." And then he puts something down on the elevator floor. It's like, great, you could see through it.
But it's a photo of his ex-wife.
Yes.
But he uses that as bait because he knows he will come after him. I believe that was Solomon's plan the entire time.
And he's like, "How do you know about her?" He's like, "I'm her guardian angel."
Yes.
That's what he says. I'm a guardian angel.
Which leads into them going to Kashmir, and who does he? No, but that's the thing. He doesn't know that she's there.
Who doesn't?
Ethan doesn't know that his ex-wife.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing too. That's why, because he goes to Kashmir.
Assuming, why would she be there? She's safe somewhere.
But you know why they're in Kashmir, right?
Because he wants to set the bomb off for the irrigation thing that'll mess up India. Yeah.
So it'll go through
3 countries.
Yeah, exactly.
1/3 of the population.
Exactly. And
okay, so see, bro, this is why I'm confused, right? Because John Lark, Henry Cavill, set off the virus, right?
Yeah.
He set off the virus.
Yeah.
Yet the apostle set up the camp, the medical camp there, because Solomon wants Tom Cruise's ex-wife there. Correct?
Was it the apostles who set him there, or was that John Lark again?
No, because remember, John Lark could care less about Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, but you know who does? Solomon.
But Solomon is the head boss. He's the honcho.
Of the apostles.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so he gets them. Okay, that makes sense.
So what I'm trying to say is I'm just confused about their relationship because the entire time they have to work together to get
where they're at.
Yeah. I'm just confused how he's not part of the apostle, yet he's able to do all these things that he's been able to do solely by himself. You know what I'm saying?
What? Oh, I guess I kind of see what you're saying.
Because there's no way he can set off a virus and have all this stuff work together if he has no connections, you know? And all his henchmen are the apostle. So that's why I'm just...
I can see it. Well, he's working with the apostles.
Yes.
But he's not. I don't think he's a part of the apostles.
But he's giving orders to the people. I'm like 99% sure, like the people in the sewer are the apostle. The people chasing Hunts throughout Paris on the foot chase, those were the apostle. When he's in the helicopter with Solomon and all the apostle people.
Yeah. So what's your problem? I'm not understanding.
My problem is that he's not. How is he not part of the organization? Because don't forget, he's the person who even made up the whole speech, which ended up being the speech taken up by the apostle.
The manifesto? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that was him.
Because you remember how when he's talking to, he thinks he's talking to Solomon, he's like, I made up this speech and you're taking it literally now.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah. It was his manifesto.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's the manifesto taken up by the apostle now. Mm-hmm. So, like, what is their true connection?
I feel like he's working with the apostles to get the nukes, basically, right?
Yes.
The apostles are working with him to free Solomon Lane, my bad. So that's why they work together. But I still don't. I understand what you're saying. But then it just goes into why didn't they work together to begin with, right?
Yes. Like, why are you like now? It's feeling like this plot is pointless. Because if they just worked together from the get-go, they can have avoided this entire mess.
Well, that's. Oh man. Are we sure? See, here's the thing that's throwing me off. Are we sure it was the apostles who sent them to Kashmir, his wife, or It
has to be, because Solomon is the only person who cares about Hunt and his wife. Because you remember, okay, John Lark sends the medical camp there, right? But John Lark only sent them there because of the apostle.
It's what they wanted.
Yes. And this goes back to Luke. Why isn't he just part of the apostle?
I think it's because him and the apostle want separate things. The apostles wanted, like I said, they wanted Lane free to do whatever he was going to do because he's like their head. You know what I'm saying? He's the head of the snake.
But you remember they started off as a syndicate organization that wants to bring terror to the world anyways. They want to break or destroy the foundation.
Yeah, but that I think is still different things. Because if you want to destroy the foundation, you could destroy the foundation. You could still rebuild. But setting off a nuke that would kill a third of the human population, that's breaking everything.
But you remember Solomon said himself, in order to get what was that stupid speech?
I need to watch this movie again. Oh man, I see where you're coming from, and I also don't understand. Why didn't they work together from the beginning?
I'm just confused.
And I'm trying to make sense of it. That's the problem.
No, but when I was watching the film, I was like, okay, this makes sense. But then when you get down to it, it's like, why? Because it's like they're working together, but they're not one.
Yeah.
And it's like for example, John Lark made the manifesto, yet Solomon's group ended up like taking on that manifesto as part of their creed.
Okay.
I'm getting more and more confused.
Listen, guys. This shit's confusing, alright? Go watch the movie, it's a good movie. But when you dive deep into it, let us know what you come up with. Cause this shit's fucking confusing. Who's John Lark? Why is he doing what he's doing? Why is he working with the apostles? I don't know. He might be. I mean, he is. But is he really with them? Or is he just part of his own? That's what I don't understand, too. It's like, they create this persona, John Lark, but it's like, why do they create him?
That's what I don't understand. Okay, bro. Okay, let's get back. What confused us from the get-go about him? Because we were like rolling everything's. This makes complete and total sense.
Okay, first of all, let's. John Lark is 3 people in the movie. He's the Asian who they get into a fight with. He's Tom Cruise, and you find out who really John Lark is, who is Henry Cavill, right?
Yes.
So he's 3 people in the movies, right?
Yes.
Where did this Asian come from? Who is he?
This is what got us confused.
Yes, because I said he was from MI6 for some reason.
And I said no, because you remember how you got pissed off saying, why did Henry Cavill get his ass whooped so easily by the Asian, yet he is able to whoop an assassin, right? Mm-hmm. And I said because he hired John Lark to replace him because he didn't want to get caught.
Uh-huh.
So Henry
he
Cavill
hired John Lark.
Yes, and he acted like he got his ass whooped when he really didn't.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Because you remember in the mirror scene where he's looking at the Asian dude, and all of a sudden the Asian knows Tom Cruise is about to spike him.
He does know that. I thought that was just a lucky guess, though. Okay. So John Lark is trying to buy the plutonium from the apostles.
Okay.
And that's what this tells me. Okay, it says, when the movie begins, it seems John Lark has hired the apostles to get their hands on some plutonium so he can carry out some mass destruction. That's what it says.
Okay, hired.
It turns out that the exchange is just a ruse to free Lane. And that both Walker... Who's Walker?
Henry Cavill,
okay.
Who is John Lark.
Walker and Lane are heading towards the same goal with different priorities. That's what it says.
Okay.
Walker curses Lane for making the plan so fucking complicated. That's what it says. Okay. Trying to find the bullet points.
But see, bro, this is where I'm starting to dislike this plot. If he shot Tom Cruise, Solomon Lane would have never known until...
That's also very true.
Because he would have been blown up in the scene because he wanted to stay there. Because he wanted to kill Ethan Hunt's wife.
Uh-huh. Oh, man. Oh, my God. This is so confusing, bro.
Are they actually explaining it well?
More or less. I'm just trying to find, the points we're looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, as you're doing that, I do want...
Okay, so as Walker puts it, he says this in the movie. He tells Lane, the deal was simple. I help you find Hunt, you get me the plutonium. So that's their deal. That's his deal with Solomon.
I help you find...
Hunt. Ethan. And he gets him Solomon gives him the plutonium.
So does this mean the entire plan was to get Ethan in Kashmir then?
I guess. For Lane. And in order for Lane to get that, or in order for what's his name, Walker to get the plutonium, he had to get Ethan to Kashmir. You understand what I'm saying?
Because Lane had the freaking switch.
Yes.
Because he created the...
Yeah.
Whoa, he didn't create, but he got the bombs.
Yes. This is still very confusing.
No, because you remember he created the inventions and he hands Walker the device saying you got 15 minutes, that should be enough time.
Oh, yeah.
So the Apostle are the ones who got the bombs
they
from the Russians.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they make the bombs. Yeah, because they have the plutonium, they have to make the bomb. It's very confusing.
But did it feel like this when we watched it?
No. See, it's very... Okay, hold on. This is actually... He's going into what we're talking about, right?
Okay.
He says, the apostles are... In the beginning, the apostles already have their hands on the plutonium. After stealing them from the IMF, in theory, they could simply build the bombs, take them to Kashmir, and detonate them, achieving Walker's goal. However, Lane has 2 additional goals. He wants to be freed, and he wants to be there with Ethan when the bombs go off to watch him suffer. So I guess the apostles and Walker are working together.
Okay.
But the apostles, Walker's not like their boss. Solomon is.
So they're not going to carry out his plans.
They're not going to give Walker what he wants until Solomon gets what he wants. So I guess that's why they work together. But when when Walker wants to do something that goes above Solomon, they say no. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So why,
he is technically, he has his own plans, but he is working in a sense for
and with.
Yeah.
Because in order to get what he wants, he has to go through Solomon, and in order to get, the apostles have what he wants, but they need to go. They need to follow Solomon's word.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of clears it up for me, more or less.
No, that does.
Yeah. It's why they didn't just give him the bombs. You know what I'm saying?
I want to point this out. I'm not a big person to dissect plots because I'm a huge fan of the first 3 Transformers films, and I guess you could go through their plots.
Yeah.
It's just going through this when I was watching the movie. It's like, okay, this makes sense, and then trying to explain it to you guys, it's
didn't work out. We started having questions of ourselves, like, why did he do this? And then you're like, why did he do that? You know what I'm saying? It goes deeper. You need to find out why.
No, and I personally don't think the film necessarily does the best job now.
I gotta watch it again. I can't say nothing. I have to watch it again. 6:18.
Okay, just so you guys know, there's a dope-ass... Hunt sees his ex-wife. There's a dope-ass helicopter chase, which, by the way, how he crashes into the other helicopter, I still don't buy. His plane is about to come down because it got shot.
Yeah,
I mean, his helicopter is about to come down and got shot. Yet he still has enough force and speed to hit the back of a fully functioning helicopter with a professional driver.
That's just how it is.
Okay, once that happened, there is a very Revenge of the Sith like sequence where you have Elsa versus Lane and Hunt versus Walker.
Yes.
In a mission.
But it's not just Elsa versus Lane.
Well, Benji too, but
My man Benji's there, getting choked out.
Well, he does technically help if it wasn't for
help, but
for
he
him.
does get choked out for a good second.
Yeah, and that's the film.
The nuke doesn't go off. Ethan Hunt saved the day. We thought it was gonna go off. It looked like it was gonna go off.
It actually did. They showed the light, it did go off, and it turned out it was just the sun rising.
He saved them.
Or the sun setting, one of the two.
And then he wakes up. It was the same day. He wakes up. And
his ex-wife, it feels like this was the official on-screen parting.
Yeah.
And then Rebecca comes over and
She's like, I'll always love you.
No, but I think that was a hint that she is made for Ethan because he can love her and not have to worry about her being in danger because she could take care of herself. Mm-hmm. You remember that was the biggest problem with his ex-wife. He would put her in danger and she can't take care of herself in terms of spy level stuff. Yeah. While Rebecca Ferguson's character can.
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to apologize.
I apologize for nothing. I had to figure some shit out. I should have probably watched it before I came here, but I didn't. So we learned more about ourselves and more about John Lark. Confusing motherfucker like John Lark.
Bro, I can't...
I still don't believe you, though, bruh.
About what?
The fact that he hired this agent to play John Lark. I still think it was MI6. And I don't know why I think that, but I think that.
Why would MI6 hire him?
I don't know.
Okay, guys, just... We're located on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We're located everywhere. Find us. And let us know if MI6 hired this Asian guy to play John Lark.
If you somehow got through all of this, thank you. If you somehow liked this video, give us that thumbs up. And this, of all the impressions video, is perfect to talk to us or actually help us with the plot because it seems like we had a lot more trouble than we should have. And we hope to see you next time.
We had a lot of trouble.
For the next video where we dissect another film or whatever piece of media. Hopefully we don't have a brain fart, bro.
Mm-hmm. We didn't have a brain fart, bro. We just had questions about who John Lark really was and if he was hired by MI6.
Okay, by the way, since we didn't do this at the beginning of the video, I'm Francis Madrala, and to my left we got the big snack daddy.
I still think, bro. I'll look into it and I'll let you know. I'll watch it again. Give us a like and a thumbs up. And hit the notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. Notification. That's all I got to say.
If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.